it's good to see you. My name is Kit Tan. Welcome to the channel. Hope you are doing well and fine. I am here in the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, right at the center of Bangkok today. And we're going to take a look inside this convention center here. Over at the center of Bangkok, the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. So join me, we're going to stroll inside this convention center. We're going to take a tour inside this convention center and take a look what is interesting inside here that we can discover as we walk along. So join me, we're going to start the tour right now. First, we're going to take a look at the directory over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center here. So we are actually at the lower ground floor. So we're going to take a look at the lower ground floor before we move to the lower mezzanine. And then we're going to get to the B1 floors before we head up to the ground floor. The Queen Sirikit National Convention Center was built in November 1989 before it was completed in August 1991, and it has undergone major renovations in April 2019 and was completed in September 2022. So the current Queen Sirikit National Convention Center has actually undergone a major transformation in 2019 before it was completed in 2022. And you can see that the convention center here has a modern looking and contemporary design which has transformed this convention center here into one that is an international convention and exhibition center in the center of Bangkok. So there are actually a few retailers, some food and beverage retailers over at this ground floor here. You can see here there is the Hoa Seng Hong Dim Sum, one of the popular dim sum restaurant over in the Bangkok Chinatown in Yaowarat that serves some dim sum and steamed buns. So this is the floor where it housed several food outlets over at this lower ground floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And you have this After You Cafe here. This is one of the popular cafe among the local Thais as well as the foreign tourists for some cakes, some sweets and coffee and tea as well. So you have an information center over here as well as one of the popular Thai coffee chain, the Cafe Amazon. So there are quite a number of food retailers over at this lower ground floor of this convention center, the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And you can see the Starbucks, and you have the Dairy Queen as well as the Burger King there. And you have another cafe here, the Cafe Chili, serving the Thai Isan cuisine. And the donut outlet, the Krispy Kreme. So you have the Arabica coffee on top there, on the upper level there. And Percentage Arabica is a Japanese coffee chain, and it has another outlet over at the Empire Tower that overlooks the Bangkok skyline. So we take a look at this section of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. They have a glass structure that forms part of the building here. with the multiple staircase, and we're going to take a further walk over at this lower ground floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. They have more food retail outlets, the food and beverage retail outlets over at this lower ground floor. And you can see this is actually a huge convention and exhibition center over in this center of Bangkok. So we take a look at some food kiosks over here, food and drink kiosks. And then you have the Tim Horton Coffee Cafe, one of the Canadian coffee chain. So you have optical outlet over here, and bookstores, Asia Books. So there are quite a number of choices of food and beverage outlets that you can choose to dine in over the lower ground floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. So we're going to continue our walk. We're going to stroll through this section of the lower ground floor, and you can see there is also the Vietnamese cuisine food outlet. So a lot of different kinds of food that you can choose over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center lower ground floor. So we are still over here, we are still strolling through the lower ground floor. As I mentioned, this is a big and huge convention center, and we are heading over to this direction here. You can see some of the exhibition halls, some of the exhibition halls that is located just right across from the food and beverage retail outlets over on this lower ground floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And we're going to head to the other direction over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. We're going to get to the lower mezzanine floor, the LM floor. We're going to take a look at the LM floor. We are walking towards the LM floor, the lower mezzanine floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. So that is one floor above the lower ground floor. So we're going to head up one floor above to the lower mezzanine floor, and you can see there is a 7-Eleven convenience store here. There is quite a large convenience store, the 7-Eleven convenience store over at this lower mezzanine floor. And we're going to take a walk, a little bit of a walk on this level here. We're going to walk and discover what we can see over here at the lower mezzanine floor. So we come across the 7-Eleven convenience store just as we head up from the lower ground floor, and you have a drugstore here, a pharmacy, just right next to the 7-Eleven, and you have a beverage retail outlet over there. And this is the mini Big C. So Big C is yet another Thai brand convenience store, the mini Big C. Of course, they have a big supermarket the Big C supermarket, but they also operate the convenience store, the mini Big C. So we can actually see there is a Big C here, the mini Big C, apart from the 7-Eleven convenience store over at this lower mezzanine floor at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And just right next to the mini Big C, there is a spacious area here where you can actually sit down, relax and enjoy some time over here, or you can even dine in with the food that you have actually got from the mini Big C or even from 7-Eleven. So we are heading down to the lower ground floor again from the lower mezzanine floor. We're going to head to the B1 floors. We're going to get to the B1 floors from the lower mezzanine floor. So we're going to get to the B1 floor from here, which is where the food court is located. So we're going to get to the B1 floor from this lower ground. So we have got down from the lower mezzanine floor earlier, so we are back to the lower ground floor over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. So we're going to walk from here and we're going to head down from lower ground floor to the B1 floor. So this is where the food court is located, the food street section, which is also the food court over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And we're going to take a stroll inside this food court here. Let's see what we can discover as we stroll inside this food street center here, the food court over at the B1 floor of this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. So let's head inside and we're going to check out what are some of the food that we can get inside here. So this is actually the khao ka mu here, the stewed pork knuckle with rice, one of our interesting Thai street food. This is the Ratna stall here, the Ratna, and spelled as the Pad See Ew. And then this is actually the yen tafo noodles, the pink color broth with the rice noodles and variety of ingredients including the fish balls. And then this is the khao man kai stall. This is the Thai Hainanese style chicken rice stall. So there are quite a few of Thai street food over at this B1 floor of the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, including this khao lat keng, the Thai curry with rice, and this one here, the Thai dessert stall here, the cheng sim yi. So this is very popular in Ban Tat Thong as well as in the Din So Road,
We are
both
at
in
this
the center of
LM
Bangkok.
floors.
Now we are over at this ground floor. We have hit up to the ground floor from
So
the
we
B1
are
floors
here
earlier.
over at the
And this is
LM
where
floor, and seems
the exhibition as
to
well as the
have
convention
an event
center
over
halls
here, the DC7S.
are located
EA.
apart from the lower ground floor that we took a look earlier. So there is another convention and exhibition halls over at this ground floor here, and currently there are some events
Festival
that being held over at this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, and this is where
November 2024
ground floor
So there is an
of
event
the
over
Queen
at this level, at this
Sirikit National Convention
hour
Center
today.
with the exhibitions being held
So
currently,
let's take a stroll along
and
this
that explains why there were a huge crowds. There were
level
some
here.
huge crowds over at this
BLM level.
ground floor of this convention center. So we're going to take a little bit of a stroll inside this ground floor here. So we're going to take a little bit of a stroll. We're going to take a look at the surroundings of this ground floor of this Queen Sirikit National
the first floor from there.
Convention
This is
Center.
actually
So we have actually take a look at the lower ground floor, and then we head to the lower
where you can
mezzanine floor
see
before
there
we
they have,
get down to the
exhibition. They have,
B1 floors. And then we are
they
here.
actually have events
This
over
is the
here,
ground floor
over at this
of the
level
Queen
here.
Sirikit National Convention Center, and you can see this is how it looks like over at this ground floor here. And this is also the floor that actually housed the
So we're going to head up
convention
to
and
the
as well as the
level
exhibition
1.
halls. So we have
Let's
taken a look
take
at
a look
some of
over
the
at the level 1
food and beverage
of
outlets
this Queen
over
Sirikit National
at
Convention
the
Center.
lower ground floor, and then there were some convenience stores, the 7-Eleven and the Mini Big C, the
So we
lower
can't access
mezzanine
to
floor,
the first floor actually.
and then
They
we
have a
head
event.
down to the B1 floor where there
we're gonna
is
head
a
back
food
down
court with
to
variety
the
of Thai street food available
lower ground floor
on the
from here.
B1 floor there at the food court over at the
So basically this is
Food
the
Street. So we
floor
are
that
here. This
housed
is the ground floor of the
several
Queen Sirikit
halls
National
that is used
Convention
for the
Center.
exhibition as well as
So
the
that's
events.
about it. Some of the floors that we have taken a look inside this Queen Sirikit National Convention Center, and this convention
So we're
center
gonna get back
is
down to
easily
the
accessible
lower
with the
ground floor.
MRT Blue Line.
So that is the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center tour, and please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for watching. For those of you who have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe for notifications of more of my upcoming videos. Thank you very much again for your support, and thank you very much for watching. I will see you in my next video.